magnitude 4.9 earthquake and an aftershock 7 minutes later, 3.5. You'll find a video of by USGS concerning the amount of damage that will happen for an overdue 7.1 magnitude earthquake. So please watch to the end. California struck today by a 4.7 magnitude earthquake and then an aftershock of 3.5 7 minutes later at the junction of San Andreas and Hayward faults. This is an area where the Hayward fault has over 2 million people living there. And this is the shakeout map, the scenario, the simulation of a magnitude 7 earthquake. This is a simulation by US Geological Survey. And this is one of the San Andreas faults. This is the San Andreas fault, as you can see on the map, running from Baja all the way up. Now we'll take a look at the shake maps. These were about anywhere between 3 to 4 miles down. The 3.5 was reported felt by 35 people, whereas the previous earthquake to that, 7 minutes earlier, 4.7 magnitude, was reportedly felt by 611 people. Let's remember that we had the Los Angeles earthquake a few hours before that, 3.6 magnitude reportedly felt by over 3,600 people. And now one of my viewers commented, why are you reporting on small earthquakes? Well, this is not a small earthquake. 4.7 is not small. We'll take a look at the maps. Hopefully the shake alert has been informing people for the 4.7 magnitude earthquake. This is the shake map, as you can see. The red is intensity 8, and you can see how the land just seems to flow like a river. Support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box. Okay, so here we are at Seismo Berkeley, and this is our location. It's between, we'll see this between, Salinas. Salinas is where we have the junction of San Andreas with the Hayward fault. The Hayward fault runs east of the bay, San Francisco Bay. San Andreas runs on the west, and they meet around here. So this earthquake was between San Francisco and Los Angeles. This is the earthquake that we had a little bit earlier, 3.6 magnitude, 17 kilometers depth. So this is these are the earthquakes that we're talking about today. And 4.7 felt by 600 and reported 611 people. And the shake alert has been confirmed. They did, because if it's over 4 magnitude, supposedly the shake alert will notify you. So yes, they were notified. It's confirmed. USGS confirms that. Of course, it would have been too small to have a tsunami warning. Let's go to that, tsunami.gov. It's taking a long time today for some reason. Okay, forget it. I'm sure that there was none. Okay, and then we go to the shake map of 4.7. Let's go in a little bit more, and you'll see the Hayward fault is on the east of the San Francisco Bay, the San Andreas fault right here, and they meet in Salinas, and this is our epicenter right here on one of the fault zones. And Los Angeles here is where we had the 3.6 the day before. So yeah, one earthquake does jostle another from what the geologists have told us. And they are warning us that it's not an if, but it's a when. It will happen that we will have a 7 earthquake around there. They have a lot of possibility that the southern part of the San Andreas is pressured enough to give a large earthquake. So all of you there, please be very careful. Let's go back to the aerial. And as you can see, of course, the San Francisco Bay obviously shook. Right there. It's just that USGS stops the square here, but obviously it has been, the whole area has been shaken. okay? And going back, topographic, Los Angeles must have felt it as well, I don't know. So this is the garlic fault. This is Ridge Crest where we have the 7.5 after the 6.4 a couple of years back. And obviously, let's take a look at how close it is to Long Valley Caldera. That's Mono Lake right there. This is the Long Valley Caldera area. Long Valley has been shaken as well, I would venture to say. That's one of the super volcanoes of our Earth, and that is, of course, inflating with magma. So all of you there, please be very careful. And let's go. Oh, there's I think our tsunami came up. There we go. Okay, there we go. No tsunami. Oh, here they have it. It's at 4.9. USGS has it at 4.7. Earthquake 4.9. So I'll list it as a 4.9. Okay, there's nothing. 4.9, 4.9. That's in the Virgin Islands, but this is what we're talking about, West Coast, 4 miles depth, okay? So that's okay, but here they have it listed as 4.9. Who knows? Sometimes USGS downgrades earthquakes. Okay, so all of you there, please be very careful. Upcoming is a USGS video concerning HayWired magnitude 7 earthquake, the liquefaction, the amount of people living there, the amount of people to be displaced, and what is going to happen. They say a magnitude 7 earthquake happens there every 150 to 200 years.
The HayWired Fault, one of the most urbanized and dangerous faults in the United States. Millions of people live, work, and travel near the fault each day. There's a large earthquake on the HayWired Fault about every 100 to 220 years. The last one was 150 years ago. It's coming, and when the HayWierd Fault ruptures, the roads, the pipes, the wires, the things that connect everyone to people and places, go haywire. The USGS and its partners have created a comprehensive, detailed analysis based on the latest science, a scenario depicting what might happen in a magnitude 7.0 earthquake on the HayWierd Fault before it happens. This gives us a chance to envision our vulnerabilities and a chance to prepare. This new scenario is set on April 18, 2018, the anniversary of the 1906 Great San Francisco earthquake and fire. The following scenario explores the possibility of a HayWierd Fault earthquake. It is not a prediction, and a real earthquake on the HayWierd Fault could occur at any time and may behave quite differently. April 18, 2018. 4:18 p.m. The earthquake begins. With an epicenter at Oakland, the rupture races 52 miles along the fault towards Fremont and Richmond at speeds of 7,000 miles per hour. In Berkeley and Hayward, the ground shifts 3 to 5 feet, ripping through buried pipes and wires. The USGS shake map shows areas of violent and extreme shaking, lasting up to 30 seconds or longer, causing very heavy damage. Away from the epicenter, a warning arrives up to 25 seconds before strong shaking begins. Impacts and destruction are magnified by a cascade of hazards. In the HayWired scenario, 800 people die and 18,000 more are injured. 2,500 people need to be rescued from collapsed buildings, while another 22,000 are trapped in elevators. In this scenario, 77,000 to 152,000 households could be displaced. Some East Bay residents lose water for 6 weeks and up to 6 months in the worst-hit areas. Lack of firefighting water could turn some of the more than 400 fires into conflagrations, burning the equivalent of 52,000 single-family homes. Who has power, water, gas, and communications? Every lifeline is disrupted to some extent. This could be the first major U.S. earthquake in the age of the Internet. What happens in a disconnected world? Dozens of significant aftershocks and fault afterslip will cause additional costly damage, requiring repeated inspections and repairs. Property damage and direct business losses exceed $82 billion, mostly due to shaking, but also to liquefaction and landslides. Fires could cause hundreds more fatalities and an additional $30 billion damage, and would extend the duration of disruption. Few things are insured. How many people will move away? What will such a disaster mean to you, your family, and your community? Acting now can save lives and jobs, businesses, neighborhoods, and homes. The Bay Area has invested over $50 billion since the 1989 Loma Prieta quake, strengthening potential points of failure, infrastructure, and buildings. But these efforts need to continue and expand through your engagement. Use the HayWired scenario. Doing so will reveal actions that will lessen business disruption and improve our ability to bounce back. More actions like these will reduce risk, and creation of the HayWired scenario offers you an opportunity to do your part. Partners are continuing to come together to share interdependencies, resources, and solutions. Use the science. Come together, because together we can outsmart disaster.